Because I think some people get discouraged, or they just think it's a bunch of nonsense. Just like, because that's the easy path. That's the easy thing to do. Be like, oh, it doesn't do anything. Like and so some people write it off. And I'm here to encourage you to be like, no, it's well worth it. And so the first bullet point I have here is slavery to freedom, essentially. And most men and women too, but this video is mainly for men. Essentially, are slaves to their sexual desires. They're no different than animals. I mean, animals, they just have the sexual impulse and then they act on it. And most men and women, they're no different than animals. And so you get a real sense of freedom where essentially you can begin to have some self-control, some discipline, and not be a slave to these desires. Because when I was addicted, I mean, I wanted to stop. I just couldn't. I mean, that's the life of an addict, is that you want to stop. Well, sometimes the addict wants to stop. I guess they go through phases where they just give up and like, you know what, I can't stop, so I'm just not even gonna try to stop. And but yeah, for about 8 years, I knew I was addicted and I really wanted to stop. I just couldn't control myself. I was a slave. I was a slave to. Again, these videos aren't appropriate for children, if you can tell. But essentially, yeah, I was a slave to masturbation, pornography, even sex. Uh, yeah, it was not fun. And just constantly being drained of my life force and just feeling depleted, feeling empty, and just chasing something that ultimately will never make me happy either. So that's another thing too, is that it's just an illusion. This illusion of happiness. And yeah, so if you want to be happy in life, it's important to have some self-control.